What's up, guys? So this is to let you know I'm finally done the project. What you're about to see is a little bit of video from my excursion with my son Marco to Hagerstown. We went to a location in a part of Maryland, if you're not familiar, kind of west from where I live, and basically was where I could look at a bunch of different arcade cabinets, but I want to show you here the actual finished result. So behind you, I chose the Tekken cabinet, which you saw, or will see on a video actually coming up after this, and I want to show you what I wound up doing. So it doesn't actually play Tekken. I installed a RetroPie in it. I got about 20,000 games or so from a really nice build, several ROMs that I got off of arcadepunks.com, but I want you to check it out. So right here is basically what controls the audio. I could turn it up or down, as you can hear. My marquee is lit up. Here is the actual ROMs running. I rewired, as you will see, all of the keypads, or I'm sorry, the buttons, the joysticks. I connected a wireless keyboard so I can control the RetroPie and also the computer games that are actually on this thing. Remote control right here for the 24-inch LED TV that I put in there. So if you take a look here at the ROMs, come in a little closer, we can go through. There's some arcade classics, Atari 2600. You see it says 630 games. Atari 7800. Commodore 64. Do you remember that back in the day? I had one of them. I still do, and it still works. But on here, it's 3,205 games. ColecoVision, Daphne, which plays the old Dragon's Lair game, Dreamcast, Game & Watch, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color, Intellivision, Sega Master System, Sega Genesis, Nintendo 64. 300 games on there. Now, in order to play that, it gets a little goofy, so I actually have a replica Nintendo 64 controller. This is done by a company called 8-Bit for the RetroPie, but it works really well. I configured it to work on the games. One of the games that gave me the most trouble was Mario Kart, but as you can see, it all works. It actually worked with the original speakers that came with this unit back in the 80s. Or Tekken. Yeah, Tekken was an 80s thing. Or maybe early 90s, Tekken 3. I could have went for a Defender cabinet or a Pac-Man cabinet, a Miss Pac-Man cabinet, but they wanted too much money. I actually paid $325 for this cabinet. And you'll see in the video I took out the big tube TV, which weighed like 9,000 pounds or whatever. But anyway, check out the video and I'll be back. Thanks. Yeah, me and Marco came to Hagerstown, Maryland. Huge arcade warehouse. Oh, there's a Street Fighter. Wonder if this is sold. Look for a tag. There's a Miss Pac-Man. That's sold. You can walk back here. All right, I want to just check over here real quick. Shooting game. Old Space Invaders. This is a Mr. Do. Good Lord. This is sick. Oh my God, there's a Tekken 3 machine. Got to go around the other side. This is amazing. Do you work here?
No, but I've known him for a long time.
This is amazing. Go around here. There's a Tekken 3 machine around here I want to see. There's a golden axe, golden tee. This place is a monstrosity. There's no way I can get back here. I can't get to the Tekken machine I want to see.
There's always another way.
Take your time. We got. This is amazing. This is insane. Miss Pac-Man pinball.
Man, smash glass.
Yeah. I can't get back there where I want to get. Alright, you guys and gals, don't mind the mess that is my garage, but you saw a little bit about that little trip we made to Hagerstown. Well, guess what I ended up with? A Tekken cabinet. Now, I got a reasonable price for it, about $300. And as you can see, I've already taken the tube out. I'm going to show you the innards, the tube that was in there. And there's the joystick controls. I started popping out the controls and the buttons and all because I'm going to change and replace all of that stuff. Be putting in that TV in replace of the tube. We'll mod it probably with a RetroPie. Play thousands and thousands of games with Emulation Station. Pretty cool though. You got the original Tekken artwork and stuff and the glass that goes over top of the monitor and everything. But it's a neat cabinet. It's a Z-built, what they call a Z-built cabinet. If you can see, it's got a groove going like that, and then down the other way at the Tekken artwork. Marquee up top works. Tekken 3, it lights up. Of course, I gotta do a little bit of work to get this working right so it'll look right. This is where the controls go. Even got a coin door. And down the bottom, I got the bucket. What's up, guys? Controller board's out, joystick, rewiring with new buttons. They're all LEDs. Take a look at that mess. Isn't that crazy? With the two boards. That's a player 2 board. This here is a player 1. Those will connect into Raspberry Pi and audio. And we'll get this thing HDMI'd up to a monitor into that thing. And we'll show you the next step of the process. Thanks. Alright guys, I'm back. I'm going to select Nintendo Classic. Give you an idea. Go down to one everybody knows. And it's loading. Sorry about the reflection of my ceiling fan in the background. We all know this game. Kind of grew up with it. I'm going to go over here and shut the light. And get an idea. Lit buttons. Lit marquee. And our game. So let's start it. Jeez, am I playing? I don't think so. Let's do a start. There we go. I'm gonna do this with one hand. So you can get an idea how it works. Of course, I can turn the volume up or down really loud if I want to. Now, if I want to get out, I can get out. Back out of it. You can see I can select through all the games. The ROMs give me a really nice menu, a preview of the games. There's Metroid. I just keep scrolling. There's the old Pac-Man. Can play that. I mean, it's just awesome. I mean, everybody knew Mike Tyson Punch-Out, or Punch-Out rather, not Mike Tyson, but I love that game. That was a favorite. Everybody played Mario when that first came out. This thing just lets you play everything that you could think of, everything that a lot of us grew up with, everything that a lot of people are starting to experience now that they're checking out the retro games, all the Donkey Kongs. You know, back out of that, go into a whole nother system. I mean, Vectrex, if you know that one, Turbo Graphics, Turbo Super NES, Sega CD. This one I love. This one's the old PC games that I played. I mean, a lot of you knew LucasArts back then, but here's one that I played a lot of, which was Full Throttle. I mean, that was such a cool game. Love that game. And then a lot of people got into Grim Fandango. There was a craze on that. That was a LucasArts game, but that's a fun game. Manny and the Grim Fandango guys, old Indiana Jones type games. That was a good one. Well, these games tend to work with joysticks, but that was the whole point of having the wireless keyboard, because it allows me to actually play some of these games that work better with the keyboards. Let's back out of that. There's some PS1 games. You can go into the PS1 games. A lot of really good ones there. I know, for instance, the Crash Bandicoot ones were popular. I mean, I played the heck out of it. Oh, I just passed it. Let's go back up to Crash. I got all three of them on here, and these are the original Crashes. If you remember Crash, there's the second one, there's the third one. He even had Crash Bash, which was kind of cool. He had a racing game too. I'm not sure if it came on the PS or PS2 maybe. I think maybe that racing game came on the PS2, but all in all, you get the idea. Hope you enjoyed seeing what I wound up making. Labor of love. Love the retro gaming scene. It's a good time. If you enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. There'll be other videos coming. Appreciate it. Remember, always take it to the next level. See you next time.